Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a little late, out of date, Raw review. A bit of a weak show, folks. They're a bit of a weak episode. Felt like they were just coasting. It felt throwaway-ish, you know what I mean? You had a couple of okay segments, I guess. Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley. They did a weigh-in or whatever. There, Bobby gets on the scale. Brock was there with a big hat and big farmer clothing or whatever. And he didn't want to take off his clothes or something. He asked Corey Graves, "You want me to get naked for you?" or something. He gets on the scale. I think Bobby was 273 and Brock 287, if I remember there. Bobby said, you're not taking this seriously, because you know I'm going to beat you Saturday. And then Brock disrespected him. "Oh, you're going to win. The headlines are going to say Bobby who won the belt," or whatever. Again, it's presented for us to want Bobby to win. That's how they're presenting it. So I'm pretty fucking sure that's what's gonna happen, because now he's like a goofy heel out of nowhere, Brock. So I'm assuming Bobby's gonna win or whatever. The segment was okay. It's fun to see Brock and Bobby Lashley together there, but it's a little stupid there, the weigh in and just goofy stuff. There's not much, no brawling, nothing really serious. A bunch of goofy material. I don't hate the segment, but it's like lazy writing kind of deal, you know what I mean? I like Bobby and Brock, but the segment was shit. I don't know. It wasn't shit, but it's, cheap writing, let's say. Bianca Belair defeats Queen Zelina. I get it that Bianca Belair is athletic and stuff like this, but I felt like she was going too far to show off the athleticism or whatever. Like the kip up like Shawn Michaels there, she did it like 5 times or something, During the match, we get it, you're in shape there, but just tone it down a little bit or whatever there. So Bianca wins the match, it's okay, but it just felt like a mismatch, and the other one showing off her athleticism in an overboard way, I felt, it just felt kind of cheap. Speaking of cheap, folks, Kevin Owens defeats Damian Priest by DQ there, the goofy gimmick or whatever. Damian Geek there. "I'm angry. I'm a fucking goof." Then he gets mad and he punches Kevin Owens with cheap punches or whatever the fuck he was doing. Referee calls for a disqualification or whatever. Just throw away garbage there. Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, and Dana Brooke defeated Carmella, Nikki Ash, and Tamina in a throwaway shit 6-women jobber tag match or whatever. Ripley made Carmella submit with some weird maneuver. And then Nikki Ash hit her from behind and ran away. Ran away laughing, and Ripley, with her big manly angry face there, just fucking garbage there. It is what it is. I like the women, but this ain't it, folks. Then you had a spelling bee with RK Bro and the Alpha Academy. There's doing a spelling bee, so it's a little funny. Chad Gable was a bit funny, but this is B material. It's straight up coasting there. Weird comedy, Orton wins the spelling bee by spelling the word dumbbell or something. Ha! So funny, I mean. So incredibly funny. Then there's a match later on. Orton defeats Chad Gable in a decent match, I guess. But Orton against all these young guys, he's starting to look old a little recently there. He looks like he's in shape, but he's starting to look like an old man a little bit in the ring, I notice, in this match there. You had Alexa Bliss with the psychiatrist. Psychiatrist, tell me about the first time you met Lily. Oh, I fell, I bumped my head, 2 girls pushed me off a swing. I bumped my head, I saw Lily. You know what I mean. Babbling about Lily, just garbage, straight up. Like Alexa Bliss said, let it play out there. It was okay the first skit because it was new and she was back, Alexa, but these past 2 weeks have been boring with this. Like, maybe she's still injured and this is the best they can come up with, sadly. I don't know there. You had McMahon and Austin Theory backstage. Theory was saying he's going to win the Rumble. He asked if he could be entered at number 25 or 27, 28. McMahon, what makes you think I have that kind of influence or whatever? Then he says he has a match against AJ Styles, so then it was AJ Styles defeating Austin Theory in a decent competitive match. I mean, the veteran AJ Styles, he's got too much experience for Austin Theory. I mean, whatever there. It was an okay match. It is what it is there. Rey Mysterio and his son defeated the Street Profits. Another fucking rematch again there. And again, after the match, they're eliminating each other, their father and son, and Ziggler gets involved. He's gyrating his hips or whatever. Like, just the same thing as last week. Throw in Ziggler with his crotch or whatever to add on top of it. Just rehash. The whole show is a shit rehash. B material, job fest fucking show. Like, and then you had Marie's birthday party. This was a little funny, but not that funny style there. Marie's doing her thing or whatever there. She's receiving gifts. You made me feel more special than the day I got my children. Just like Marie's is good or whatever. There, Miz and Marie's are good together there, and then, but the skit is stupid. It's the Miz and Marie's are good, but again, it's like a weird skit, And they have security, stuff like this. Edge and Beth Phoenix come out, they beat up the security, they break the paintings. One of the security guards goes through the cake and Miz was upset or whatever. overall, I think the show sucked. You know what I mean? Like, you had a couple of okay segments. This birthday segment, AJ Styles and Austin Theory's okay. Brock and Bobby, but it's all garbage. The majority of the show is garbage. And the only reason the Brock segment is okay is because Brock is in it, but it's cheap writing. They're not putting effort. And Royal Rumble is next week. Like, you have Seth Rollins backstage, a 10-second segment or something. Oh, I'm gonna deliver my message to Roman Reigns on SmackDown. I understand SmackDown is now the A show with the most viewers, but you can still do something on Raw, not just retarded spelling bee and birthday party. It's all like goofy skit comedy and low grade boring wrestling. Like, it's fucking shitty, you know what I mean? You know, Seth Rollins there, why can't he do something? I'll be there Friday. You know, people are watching the show. Maybe do something that's worth watching to get more viewership on this fucking trash of a show or whatever. Like, a boring show with no effort. B- material or whatever. Overall, I give it a 4.25, folks. A fail this week for Raw. Despite a couple of names appearing in segments, bad writing, cheap, boring wrestling, not good enough or whatever. Until next time, peace! Ha! Boring show there.